Just
So
go live with the empty chair. It's fine.
I did. I think the broadcast started with Corr's ass running out of the room, so it's pretty much exactly what we needed.
Well,
Okay.
it's, appropriate.
I'm ready. Sorry.
Sweet.
No, that's fine.
Let's do it.
We did good.
We don't
Spring this
actually.
on last minute.
Yeah, our topic is like whatever. I'm gonna talk about Extra Life. Oh, that's what I should do. Let me quick get my list of games I played during Extra Life. I wrote it down because I was tired and wasn't going to remember. Glass running out of the room. So
Nice. All right.
pretty much exactly what we needed. Oh my god, I had Echo. Echo.
All right. Did I fix it? I had the broadcast running while I was on it.
Yeah, that would do no good.
All better.
All right, it's gonna get there in a second.
Okay.
Shit, I don't have it.
What do you not have?
My list of games I played during Extra Life. I guess I could put it in Dropbox.
Just fake it. It's fine. No one will know.
All right.
Yeah, just off the top of your head, it'll be better. Or you can just talk about Euro Truck Simulator for a half hour.
I'm going to
Alien
because my game
Isolation.
is awesome. All right. Sweet. Wow. So the broadcast is like 30 seconds behind because I just heard you say, "Did I fix it?"
Yeah, it's. And now we know.
I'm gonna wait till I stop hearing echoes.
Okay.
It'll be soon. I'm still hearing an echo.
I'm not.
Is it me?
I'm not hearing an echo at all either.
Yeah, I think you're maybe hearing things.
Oh, it's me. Oh my
You're
god.
doing it.
Oh, look who's the problem now.
Oh wow. Oh my god. Alright. This is why we let Leor do all this stuff, because she's done.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Were you eating your headset just then? That was... Okay.
Alright, whatever. Here goes. Hello and welcome to Cat Context, episode 63 for November 5th. Leor has not able to join us, and she gave us the keys to the car, and this is a really bad idea. But whatever. Today Arrow is with me as always. Hey, Arrow.
Hello.
Hi. And we also have a last-minute special guest, Corr. Corr, welcome back to the show.
Hello.
Yeah, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Ellyndrial. Hopefully people know that, but whatever. So how have your guys' weekends been going?
Oh, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, Halloween with tiny children is very exciting.
Did you get to go trick-or-treating?
I did not. I actually sat on the porch and did the Elsa count and gave out candy.
What's
had-
the Elsa count?
We had
Oh, how
5
many
Elsas.
Oh,
We only
that's
had
what they
5, but
were.
one of them had a light-up dress, and I was really glad that my daughter didn't see that because her dress did not light up.
Oh, no.
But she had, the Gup had little glass snowflake hairpins in her braid, and none of the other kids had that. So
That's pretty cool.
we did have a Princess Captain America and a Lady Bruce Banner, which were both pretty awesome.
Nice.
Princess Captain America. So did she have a crown and a shield, or was there a crown on the shield? How did that work?
She had a crown and a Captain America chest piece, and then a red and blue tutu.
Awesome.
Sounds about right.
It was awesome. She was maybe 4.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
It is
Maybe I
pretty
should do that next year.
Yeah, there you go, Corr. How about you? How was your Halloween?
Halloween without tiny children was also crazy. So that was how my weekend went so far, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
then
good.
Yeah.
I made a huge mistake, and I went to IKEA today, and they were literally giving away free food. And never go to IKEA when they're giving away free food.
Did you get some free food?
I did not, because the line for the food was really long. So
Why was there food at IKEA.
There's always food at IKEA. Everybody goes there for the meatballs or something. I don't know. The only time
Are
I
you
had them, I didn't
shitting
even
me?
like them.
See, we don't have an IKEA around here. I've never lived in a place with an IKEA. I don't actually believe it's a real place.
Yeah,
So, wow, that's kind of
yeah.
mind blowing. There's
The
food and
upstairs,
flat pack furniture. I just
yeah, the upstairs is like a big showroom, and then there's a restaurant or whatever. It's like a cafeteria line. You can get some lingonberry juice and some Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
And then the downstairs is a gigantic warehouse and another floor room, I guess. And the line to check out was all the way across the floor. So don't ever go when they're giving away free shit at IKEA.
The meatballs come with instructions as like insert meatball A into mouth hole B, or
it's just pictures, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that weird like androgynous person.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So anyway, that made today really awesome. But Halloween itself was fun. I don't think we had anything as awesome as a lady Captain America princess, but we'll get there.
Not everyone can have
You have better
princess
kids than us. Yeah.
It's true.
So we don't have like a specific topic today because Leora didn't write us any show notes before she didn't make it on the show. But a couple weekends last
Wow.
you blamed everything on her so quickly.
well, last weekend was Extra Life, and Leora and I participated in that, and that is where I'm going to start. Together, we raised $1,400 or so for the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, which is our best year yet, and that was awesome. And I wanted to thank everybody for contributing who did, and for participating if you did that. But I got to play a bunch of games, and some people got to see me play those games, including Alien Isolation. Corr's raising his hand.
It was a good game.
It was. How did it look from your perspective? Because from mine, it was really pretty and scary.
It was pretty and less scary, but mostly because we had the narration of like the peanut gallery on Mumble, so that got the scariness level down.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, I mean, I waited till the evening to start playing that, and then I played it for about 3 or 4 hours. The game opens with the I don't know, the voiceover that Ripley gives at the end of the first Alien movie, and the Fox fanfare and everything. It's super cool, and the game is gorgeous, but I don't know if I have it in me to play horror games, honestly. Not games where like there just isn't any sound except like some distant thumping and footpads.
That's no good.
Yeah.
How far into the game is that 3-4 hours? Is that like 10%, 20%, 50?
So I heard that the game is about 20 to 25 hours, depending on how much you do. And I think the like completionist runs are like 35 or 40 probably. I don't know how you do a completionist run, since I thought the whole point was to just not die. But yeah, it was pretty fun.
It is fine shit while you don't die.
Yeah, there's probably actually like Easter eggs and stuff that relate to the movies.
I'm sure. Yeah. Well, I met the alien and that was bad. I did not want to meet the alien. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. I don't know.
The thing I remember most from you playing that game was you running into the same room over and over and over and getting shot.
Yeah, that's true. So it's like stealth game, right? And like you're supposed to sort of avoid confrontation, because when the other humans that you encounter find you, they all want to kill you, and they're really good at killing you. And so I don't know, I got to this part.
Why do they want to kill you?
Well, so the conceit is that you're like stuck on this. You get the your character is Ripley's daughter. It's 15 years after the end of the first movie, and
Okay.
you basically find a lead on the flight recorder from the Nostromo. And so you go out to this deep space station where the flight recorder is, right, to pick it up.
Uh-huh.
And when you get there, shit has gone bad. Like,
Yeah.
right, obviously.
As it tends to do.
as it tends to do, and so there are people on the ship, but like there's also an alien. They don't really refer to it, right? Because they don't really know what it is or whatever. They just know that people started dying and the thing started happening, right? And I don't know, people go bad, people go crazy in those situations and are all in like survival mode, and like half of them have been like jettisoned into space and whatever. So now they're all, rather than trying to work together to like get a escape mission or a rescue mission or plan a defense, they just have devolved into little clans that shoot each other for whatever food's left. And you're an outsider, so they want to kill you.
That sounds awesome.
Because people are the real monster. So
it's so true.
Yeah. So.
Well, I think the most positive thing out of that was probably you actually watched the movies now, since you had to before you played the game.
I watched the first movie. It's true.
You didn't get to Aliens?
I didn't get to Aliens yet because.
That's okay. That Aliens would take place after 15 years after the first movie. So.
That's true too. Yeah.
I will let this slide for now, but if you don't fix that soon, we will have words.
Well, I have to finish this game because there might be spoilers in the game for the movie that's 30 years old.
Wow.
Look, I gotta get off the hook somehow. Come on.
We'll see.
So Aliens is like way better than Alien, even. Well, depending on what kind of movie you're in the mood for, but.
Yeah, you can't really compare them. They're entirely different movies.
They are. They're entirely different movies, but I prefer Aliens. I guess it's the best way for me to say that. I like that one better.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I can't.
Agree. Totally fine.
No, I don't disagree, which is why I think this is a really interesting conversation. I don't disagree, but it's like they're very different movies. I mean, one is a psychological horror, and the other one is a monster movie.
Yep.
And they're very different.
Aliens is the monster movie, or the other way around?
Aliens is the monster movie.
Yeah. Right, because that's like I sort of expected Alien to be a monster movie. I kind of knew that it wasn't, but it definitely was not. Right, it's definitely about the emptiness of space and
right
things being fucked up and
everything is horrible and
yeah.
And none of the crew, my favorite thing about Alien is no one making the movie, none of the actors knew what was going to happen to John Hurt. According to Sigourney Weaver, they go into this set and they're like, why are all of the cameras covered in plastic?
Did he know?
He knew.
Okay. I wonder how you keep something like that under wraps, like during filming and during,
Yeah, apparently the script just said he dies.
Oh. Well, he did.
Yeah.
I think it's not that hard to keep secrets like that. Like the classic one that I always think of for that is the "I'm your father" quote. They had a fake script for everyone else, and they say a different line in filming, and then they go back and redo it again with just Mark Hamill saying different audio and doing different things, and then they overdo it. Like it was just him, James Earl Jones, Irving, and Lucas that knew like the actual story until it was finished.
Yeah, I guess that's weird though. You'd have to build. You'd have to know that you wanted to do that from the beginning and sort of like be really. I mean, that's planning really far ahead. I guess if you're like a screenwriter and you kind of want to, I don't know, whatever.
Right.
You got to like get the true reactions out of people, and it might be easier to do it when they actually don't know. But like Alien was really good. I liked it a lot, but I also felt kind of let down based on the fact that I'd seen a lot of this stuff before, right? And like sort of knew, and then it had been built up a ton. And having seen it this far after, I don't know. I mean, like I've seen all of the movies that have taken pieces wholesale from Alien, right, at this point. So it's kind of weird to see where it came from. I'm glad that I did finally. So, and it helped me enjoy the game because the game is like very, very similar in art direction. I think they did a really good job. Like all of the coffee mugs are the same coffee mugs. Like,
oh, cool.
Yeah. like you start on a little mining ship or something, and it is basically the Nostromo, and they even like make a point of like, oh yeah, this is just like the ship that your mom got lost on or whatever. I hope it's okay. And you're like, it's fine. I've been working on it forever, but like, it was cool to get into it, and the first little bit is walking around that ship right before you get into the new space station. So
it's really nice to hear that there's finally a good Alien game made by people who have an appreciation for the source. Because there have been so many just absolutely garbage churned out by whoever happens to own the IP at the time.
Yep, like all those AVP games.
Yeah.
Oh man, AVP.
Like, those are kind of fun, but they're not really, they're not really true to the story. It's like, I'm going to run out on this
It's
alien.
like the movie. Kind of fun, but terrible.
Yeah, so...
What other highlights did you have from your 24 hours of games?
I played a couple hours of Euro Truck Sim, and that was like randomly really fun. I don't know what it is about like sitting around driving a truck. I spent like 45 minutes trying to back my truck into the parking lot for the first parking lot. And like I've done that. I've backed a trailer up before, so I kind of knew the mechanics. But that doesn't make it less hard to do. Maybe if I had a steering wheel or something, I don't know. I heard that game has good Oculus support, and I totally want to play it in Oculus.
You can fit yourself turning around to look behind you when you're looking behind you.
Like look out the mirrors and stuff like that, rather than like press the button for the top-down view, and that makes it easier. Not easy, but easier. But the rest of the game is literally just like. I was playing with a 360 pad, so it's like hold the either rev the engine at the right rev so that like you can't go over the speed limit, or hold the trigger in halfway so you don't get a speeding ticket and lose money on your run. But I threw on a Spotify playlist and I just like searched for like best of trucking songs and was running that in the background. It was pretty fun. See you shaking your head. That's right.
I'm just reliving the experience. I forgot about all these things until you're saying them now.
Yeah, that was like a random highlight. We didn't play that much multiplayer this year. Like last year, we'd spent a bunch of time playing Magicka and Monaco and things like that. This year, we did play a bunch of Heroes of the Storm because we had enough people in the alpha to sort of build a team and play. And I like it, but I'm still bad at MOBAs. So, I think it is one of the easiest MOBAs to get into, but I'm still bad at it. That's pretty much, those are my main highlights, though. I don't know. What have you been playing the last couple of weeks here, Corr?
Been playing really two games. One PC sit down and one mobile. You guys know the mobile game already. Dragon Coin, still playing that because every day I log into work at IRC and that's all we talk about for an hour, so I can't not play it. So that's is what it is.
Have you made your dragon yet?
Yeah, I've got my yellow dragon to special rare plus, and it's already level 41, and it hits like a freaking truck. So that's nice.
That's very impressive. I've totally gone off dragon coins, and
I know, 12 days last time you played. I'm playing my little friends list thing.
You need to level up your leader, dude, man. He's letting me down.
Is he useful still?
Sometimes.
It's so hard to get the ones with the good leader skills and the good actual skills.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying.
So that's game number one for me. The other one is ArcheAge. I've been playing that a bunch. Not that's really that important for the podcast, but a bunch of stupid guild drama because I'm in a random guild that isn't you guys, which is annoying. But they've disbanded and renamed themselves like 6 times in the past 2 weeks, so I've ditched them and moved on.
Oh, sweet. I miss guild drama, honestly. I mean, I don't, but I miss reading about guild drama. Let me put it that way, right? Like I miss other people's guild drama.
Well, I can tell you all about it if you want to listen.
Well, you might as well like tell us a little bit. At least give us the gist. Don't names or anything.
It's a 30-second version. The original guild leader got fed up with stuff and came into TeamSpeak and cursed out a bunch of people, and then disbanded the guild and burned all our buildings. Not all of them. All the the ones.
Wow, you
Then,
can do that? That's terrible.
well, because he's the one that planted it down, so he was the quote owner. So
Oh
he
Nice.
God.
ripped it out of the ground. Then some of the people branched off, made another guild, and held like a poll for what the name should be, and then said, "We don't like you guys' poll results, so we're not going to use them." And people got like mad about that. And it was, I don't know. That's 30 seconds summary. It was fun.
So it's pretty standard guild drama.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've been in a settled guild, right? Like hanging out with the cats has totally spoiled me on dealing with random people's bullshit.
Because we already know our bullshit. It's already the same stuff every time.
I joined after a lot of it. I was there for some, but I joined after a lot of it. Yeah, exactly.
You joined in Lich King or Cataclysm?
You were there for Lich King.
The very end of Lich King.
Oh yeah, you missed all the good stuff.
Yeah. No, that's not true. There was stuff in Cataclysm because that's when everybody left and then things happened.
No.
There were leadership voids and people got angry and yeah, it was fine. Water under the bridge, man. What are you gonna do?
People quit. It happens.
Yep, it does. Yeah, cool. I heard you guys when I was on Extra Life. I heard you guys doing something that made me like really intrigued, which is like I think you were moving your plot like 4 pixels or something.
So there's in the game there's like several defined areas where you can place houses and farms and that kind of stuff, and that land is limited. There's some like special unmarked things off in the world you can find, but basically all the stuff that's marked and in good places for either trade routes or having lots of land to have you guild together, whatever, that's all taken. So 2 of the people in the cats, not in the guild I was in, they've got a big square of land where they've plopped down to like a bunch of small farms and medium farms and stuff, and they wanted to put down this big, huge farmhouse. So to do that, they had to delete all their stuff and then plop it down. But while they're doing that, any other random person can come by and steal their land. So they had me come by and like cover with my thing, so that someone came by, random person, I would plop it down in the center and like block it all off. And wait for them to run away, and we can delete it, and they can put their house back down. And it was like a 10-30 seconds for them.
Yeah, it seemed like they were really, really, really concerned about some random person walking around and doing that like in between them destroying their house and putting the new one down. Yeah, I just like is the land really that scarce?
It's not scarce. I mean. Everyone has got some land. I've got a very small plot, but people have land. Like it has it, but there's not enough. Like everyone wants more. Like they want a aqua farm to farm water crops, and like a farm to farm regular crops, and they want a big house to like throw shit in. So there's not enough land for everyone to have all those things. You can get like 1 or 2 things down, unless you got there really early and threw a bunch of shit down, like as like the opening weekend kind of thing. But the problem is, if people are claiming a lot of land and then they don't want to use it, they want to sell it off. And because it's such in high demand, they can sell it for like crap tons of gold. So they don't want to have someone come swoop by, steal their land, and then try to sell it back to them.
Oh God!
I'm gonna ransom your plot because you decided you wanted a different shaped house.
Yeah, exactly. But the house is built. It's down there, and they're really happy. And I've got rights to go in the house and mess things up. So that was their mistake.
That's awesome. Can you like hang things on the wall and decorate and stuff?
I don't know if I can do that. She might not give me permissions. I can go in and out. I can use all the stuff inside there. So she's got like storage chests and crafting benches and like a bed. So I can use all that stuff. But I don't know if I can move things around or place new things.
Yeah, that's cool though. And that's like, those are all the things I don't know, Arrow. Those are all the things I missed about Star Wars Galaxies, for sure. Like, I think my favorite mini games were the like decorate your house mini games.
Oh yeah.
So, well, that's cool. I still mean to play ArcheAge. I just like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's all MMOs are sort of like. I feel like ArcheAge. I really want to build the play with a structured group so that I mean, it doesn't seem like one that's fun to just jump in on your own, and I think it's cool that it's not. But like, in order to do that, you have to like have enough time and energy to like build the social ties, right? So
Yeah, you can play by yourself if you're just someone who wants to run through the quests or do like instanced PvP. They have that. But if you want to be end end tier crafter for any specific one or two crafting things, or if you want to be involved in castle sieges, or you want to be doing the open world PvP events, you need to have people with you. Otherwise, you'll just kind of flail and get destroyed by stuff. So
Yeah. That's
you can
fair.
probably play about maybe a third of the game as a solo person and not have a problem, but that might get boring after a while, a couple months.
Yeah. Plus, there's a lot of games that are way better suited to playing solo. So, unless you care about the art style or the specific story, and it doesn't sound like the story,
The story
is
is
particularly
awful.
Yeah.
The story is so bad. It's Asian RPG story, but like already bad for that, and then the translation is just comically awful.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, not comically awful is the fact you hear the translation and go, that's not a sentence, but you hear a story that I'm sure sounds more beautiful and intricate in the native language it was written in, and you just translate it to English, and it's like, this is probably extra crap now. So the plot is just terrible.
Yeah. So I'm glad that it exists, and I'm glad people are enjoying it. So cool. I hope to hear more stories from you for sure. Errol, how about you? What have you been playing?
Well, other than Dragon Coins, which, oh God, make it stop. Just make it stop.
What's the end goal? What's the end goal for you in Dragon Coins? To get all of the monsters and all of the ranks?
Probably yes. Until I get bored. And it hasn't happened yet.
That's fair.
Yeah. So there's Dragon Coins. It's and then on the other side of games that I have a completely abusive relationship with, I've been playing a lot of the Old Republic because there's currently a 12x experience boost for class missions if you pre-order the expansion. And what that means is they actually did the math, and you get the 12 times bonus. You don't have to do any other quests at all, just your class quests.
That's nice.
Yeah, man, those fuckers almost drew me back in. They almost got an expansion. I'm like,
Yeah, so
that stuff was so much fun, and I never finished even one playthrough.
and that's the thing. I had actually finished. I had 3 done class stories, but I couldn't. Even though I wanted to see the others so much, I just couldn't play through the planetary quests one more time. Just couldn't do it.
Well, I think the three of us can pretty much agree that the class quests were by far the best part of that game.
And so paying the $20 for the expansion made it totally worthwhile for me. Now I've got, I think my lowest is I just started a bounty hunter who's 20 already in 2 days.
So if you look at it like $20 for 7 or 6 or 5, however many rating class stories, like short BioWare games,
Right.
a 1 week BioWare game, like 5 of those for $20, that's
to
totally
me,
worth it.
it's kind of like playing, I don't know, what is it, like The Walking Dead that comes out in episodes that you have to buy. Because the single player campaigns in this game are some of the best that have ever happened. And I really like the PvP. I don't know why. It's because it's terrible.
The not like the Ilum one, but the Battleground stuff, right?
The Battlegrounds, yeah.
Yeah,
And
hated the Ilum stuff. The Battleground stuff was good though.
Yeah.
Do people
the
still
rogue
play
PvP
handball?
Oh yeah, there's actually 2 different hutball maps now. There's one that's horizontal where you go across a floor, and one that's vertical where you have to take the ball from the basement up to the top.
What?
That seemed
know.
like the coolest part to me. I actually never got to play a game of hutball because
Oh God,
I
it's
wanted
so
to play
great.
with people, and then everybody was gone by the time I was ready to do it.
Yeah.
See, I
That's
don't
almost
even
like-
mind playing it with randoms because I play primarily healers and
Right.
tanks. And tanks are actually really, really tough in PvP because you use your taunt on a player, and it gives them a damage reduction on anyone who's not you.
Oh yeah, I remember they added some use for taunts. That's cool.
It's really cool, and like everything else in the Old Republic, the housing is simultaneously awesome and horrible. It's
Right.
awesome in that it's spectacularly beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's like if you shell out the ridiculous amount of money for the farm on Tatooine, you get a balcony on a mountain, and you can watch the sunrise and that Jawa balloon go across, and it's gorgeous. And you can use as decor any other asset that's been used anywhere else in the game. So you can like recreate the Corellian spaceport if you
Oh
get the right
wow.
furniture for it. All the statues, like the giant holocron thing in the Jedi Temple, you can pick up one of those. You can get your class ship and put it on your star dock.
When,
But
when you when you say pick up, you mean through the store?
not necessarily. Like
Oh,
the holocron is an operations drop,
okay.
and the ships are purchased with crafter created components.
No,
Oh,
that's
cool.
not bad.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's like a
about
mix of cash shop and in-game stuff.
right, and all the cash shop stuff. God, that's hard to say. None of it is bound, so you can sell it before you use it. So anything you want to pick up off the cash shop, you can pick up off the GTN.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, just for infinite
For
credits.
usually pretty cheap, actually, unless it's something giant and fancy like the huge Jedi holocron or whatever.
That's pretty cool though. Like, so is it all instanced?
Yes, everyone's house is their own personal instance.
Can you
But
go to
you
other
can,
people's?
yes, you can make it public, or you can invite individual people.
Okay.
so a little wild story where it's like you have a group of people you have give permissions to that can come check it out.
Right. Or you can make it public. And you can put down your companions as decor and people can talk to them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it's not there's no infinite movement or custom building at all. You can only put certain things in certain places, which is so strange.
I actually wonder if I might like that more.
Did you
Like,
get were you crippled by choice in WildStar?
well, yes, and or lack of creativity slash artistic talent. Like, I mean, the problem with like a totally free and open building experience is like that's great if I have the time to build something freeform. But
Right.
if what I really want to do is like take a version of my Wildstar house and like make it look kind of cool and personalized, then being able to hang things on predefined hooks seems really good.
I
I
see.
remember,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember for WildStar, like when I finally got around to actually making house stuff look good, I'll spend a couple hours here, a couple hours there, and then people would link me stuff of these amazing, elaborate, creative stuff. I was like, what the fuck? Why am I bothering? Let's go look at that.
Yeah, like the guy who like made the roller coaster in his house, or the guy who like built Big Rig out of planks, right? Like,
There was a piano made out of planks of wood turned different directions. Yeah.
Someone made a
yeah.
spaceship, like a walk-in spaceship out of cardboard boxes.
Like that's awesome. I actually love that that exists and that people take the time to do it. But on the other hand, like I will never get anywhere near there, and I might start that project and then I will build a little, arch and be done.
Yeah.
Like,
That my treehouse to the stars has empty floors.
yeah.
I got
Well,
As it should.
right. So I mean, yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. Like having it be sort of plug and play seems like it might actually kind of appeal to me, unfortunately.
The other cool thing is that it actually you can browse all possible available things to put in a hook, and it tells you where they come from. So
Oh
there's
my
no you don't
god,
have to
that's
go you don't have to tab out to Delphi and say, oh my god, this statue is so awesome, where is it? And it tells you exactly where.
That's actually super convenient.
Right? It's
yeah.
everything in Star Wars is simultaneously awesome and horrible.
Yeah, I don't know why they picked. I just wish they hadn't picked like the absolute worst version of free to play that like I've ever experienced. And I know that some of it's gotten a little bit better now, but
Yeah.
like, and I have been a subscriber to that game, so I get like whatever the bonuses are for having been a subscriber in the past. But like, it's still, oh man, I don't know. still frustrating.
Yeah, but I can't. It's pretty. And
Yeah,
it's a
no,
Bioware story. I can't.
I
I
know.
feel dirty about it, but then I play Hutball, and it's so fun.
It's the only BioWare type. I mean, it's even the only style, like that style of like in-depth RPG that's really built around being able to play in a group or a small group. Like
Yeah.
when Ron and I played together, it was awesome, and we could like both do our own stories. And like, she didn't like her story as much as she liked mine or whatever, but like, that's fine. But we got to play together, and it was cool. And I really. How long is it until that expansion comes out and that 12x thing goes away?
December 1st, so you've got a month. And you can finish all 7 of them in a couple hours a day
It's a
if you
busy
wanted
month.
to.
And then
Yeah.
you can play with Revan afterwards.
Yeah, and you
That's
should
true.
I'm on the Shadowlands, by the way. If you've got anything unlocked, you can transfer a character, and the unlocks go with you.
What do you mean by unlocked?
Any legacy oh, you haven't played since it went free to play. Okay. You can unlock things via the free cartel coins that you get for having been a subscriber or anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you just take those coins with you if you want to start over.
Well, that's cool. Yeah,
So
no,
there's-
I was playing as an agent, and my agent story was awesome, and I really want to see the end of the agent story because
The agent story is still my favorite. The trooper is getting pretty interesting. The really cool thing about being able to play all of these class stories is they're all written together. They all intertwine. Like there's a smuggler companion who grew up with one of the Sith warrior companions, and they talk about each other.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is really
Yeah,
awesome.
they did a lot of good work in the world building of that game.
I'm still a little sad that I quit that game, although I'm really happy I quit it. You know what I mean? Like, it goes
Yes.
back to Arrow's statement of like everything is amazing and bullshit in that game. Like, it was really on-off switch for everything, and I was sad the day I turned that subscription off. I really enjoyed playing it, but God, I hated that fucking game.
I hate it and love it at the same time. It's so awful.
Yeah, I never got to the parts where I really hated it. I just always felt behind, and like, because everybody around me, like, that was one of the first games where I was like really enjoying the game, and everybody else was enjoying it, but also not playing WoW at the same time. And so you guys all focused on it and blew past me, and then I was like, fuck. Like, so I felt,
There is an actual group finder now,
yeah.
which is good because there's a lot of story in the group content. And there's
Yeah.
also a lot of stuff that you can do if you're good at micromanaging your companion with just one friend and your 2 companions. Because that still gives you 4 people in the entire role setup.
Yeah, we actually managed to do a lot of the operations. We just I think if we went for it again, we'd want to be the tank and the healer rather than trying to like use Mako or whoever the companion was that was the tank. It didn't quite work out that well because like it's really micromanagey.
Yeah, you have to be super micromanaging.
Yeah.
Or you can just go through the group finder, which isn't that bad.
Sure. Yeah. No, that might be good. And people can't force you to skip it like they can in other games because like you have to still make all your choices, right?
Right.
That's like one of the most frustrating things in like Warcraft when I like join an instance later and the instance has cool cutscenes and like has things going on and like all the people in the group finder just like run forward and click through the thing to like make him skip talking and you're like, but I was trying to hear that.
And you're trying to read the quest text and everyone's gone and then they're all dead and they're kicking you out. And, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Speaking of Warcraft, I saw like 6 commercials for the next thing during the Niners game today. Have either of you guys purchased, or are you still? Yeah, it was too much. Like, too much Warcraft for a football game. Like, who's gonna watch that during a football game while they're drinking beer and eating wings and go, I should go buy that?
I should go buy that game in 3 months when it comes out. Or I guess it's only now, right?
But did any of you guys pre-purchase yet? I know Lior, I think, is the only one on the cast that had before. Are you guys still not going to be doing that?
If it went free to play, I would probably go back and just pet battle all the time. But no, not interested.
Talon bought it, and because she pre-bought it because she wanted the level 90 boost too, and I never did. But if she starts playing it, I might. Basically, is how I feel about it. Because I mean, it's hard right now. I've got a number of other games to play. I am working my way through the new Borderlands game. I'm not very far into it yet, but it's more Borderlands, and it's pretty awesome if you like Borderlands, which I do. And I'm still enjoying Destiny, and there's like a expansion for that coming out, or a DLC for that coming out. And now I kind of want to spend $20 on Star Wars and play through all the class quests. So, you know.
Come to Shadowlands. We have cookies.
All right. Well, if I give up on my entire principles and core beliefs and give EA some money for Star Wars, then I will come to Shadowlands.
Hey, I did it. It's worth it.
It won't be the first time you do that, Emily. We all know you've done it before.
Not usually. Usually,
you could create a level 1 character on Shadowlands and then come see my house as a free-to-play player and decide whether or not.
I could do that, and then I would definitely pay money.
You could hate it. It's possible.
It's possible. Yeah. Also, the new Dragon Age game is coming out in like the second half of this month. That's another BioWare thing I have to play.
It is Inquisition.
Yep. And I have to work my way.
I did not have to play through Dragon Age 2 again to get a save that I wanted for Inquisition, because you can just generate whatever you want.
Oh yeah, the World Builder thing came out.
The World Builder is, it's basically they took a mod that's been around forever and then made it pretty and shiny.
That's awesome. Yeah, I used that mod to build a Dragon Age 1 save on the PC to play through my Dragon Age 2 playthrough that I'm working on now, and it was janky, but I mean, it was 100 times better than like those old Diablo save editors.
Right.
I mean,
you didn't have to go in and cut and paste any hexes or anything.
Yeah, man, I forgot about that. Like having to find the editor that let you edit the hex code, like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while, but no. I haven't taken a look at it because I haven't finished my Dragon Age 2 playthrough yet, and I don't want like end of game story spoilers through that.
You would get terrible spoilers.
I'm sure that I would.
You didn't finish Dragon Age 2? Was it because it was so bad for Act 3, or you just got tired and did something else?
No, I basically started Act 3, but like.
And then wanted to kill yourself? Because that's me.
No.
At least it was fast. Act 3 only took like 3 or 4 hours.
Was I that close to the end? Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, Act 3 is... It's shitty and short and frustrating.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Talon really liked that game, and she liked the style of storytelling more than the style of storytelling in Dragon Age 1. Or at least thought it was different enough that she liked the game a lot. And so she keeps wanting to talk about it, and I never have made it all the way through. So now I'm working through it. I'm playing as a mage, which I never got to do on the 360 because I always thought the controls would be a little bit awkward. And being able to like throw my Meteor Storm down with a mouse is super easy.
Yeah.
So I'm just blowing shit up. I love walking around town as a mage and like talking to the Templar who's like about to kill some other dude for being a mage, and then him getting attacked and me saving him with like blowing up fire everywhere, like fire everywhere, and then him being like, I hate mages, fuck mages. Like, dude, I'm a mage, and he's like, what, you're a mage? I was like, yeah, yes, I'm a mage, but
that was you? I had no idea. That was spontaneous combustion of walls.
There's some serious cognitive dissonance in in that world, but what are you gonna do? So, yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to play, man. Especially now that I can just do class stories and Star Wars.
And the holiday game season is coming.
I know. Are you looking forward to anything besides Dragon Age?
I don't know. I've been avoiding the news because I get crippled by choice.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Corr,
I,
do you have anything?
I really want to buy, really want to buy the new Civilization. I didn't pull the trigger because I've been like knee deep in ArcheAge and I don't have enough time to play that and Civ, unless I stop one or the other. There are too much hours for each game.
Yeah. Is that Beyond Earth? That
Yeah,
one?
Beyond Earth.
Yeah.
I asked some people, that I know have purchased it and what they thought, and that, like every other Civilization game, there's things you don't like from the previous one that they've taken out, and things they put in that you don't like now. I asked a bunch of the cats what they thought. I got kind of mixed feedback. Some of them said just wait for it to go on half sale. Some of them said you should buy it right now. It's awesome. So maybe I'll see if it goes on like 10% off for Steam Winter because it's still new, but Steam, even for new stuff, puts like 10% off usually. So I might end up buying it then.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to find a discount either through the Thanksgiving sale or the holiday sale. I mean, there's a sale a month now, so.
So if I see it on sale for basically any more than 10 or 15 bucks, I'll probably end up buying it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know for me other than Dragon Age and stuff. Like, there are always games coming out, but I can't keep up anymore, and
yeah,
it's really hard to dial back the desire to keep up. It's really hard. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I haven't bought a PS4 yet. I was hoping there would be a PS4 Christmas bundle. There might be.
There's still time. Black Friday's.
No, if there is, like, that's gonna make me real sad, and then I'm gonna have to decide if it's worth it. So
Actually, that's honestly probably when it's going to happen. Is going to be Black Friday. They're going to have some bundle at all the electronic retail places.
yeah, I
And
thought they'd
then,
have a
obviously.
PS4 Vita bundle or something. But
I'm sure there's going to be something. Just wait a couple weeks. What do we got here? It's the second now, so 3 weeks and change. There'll be something.
yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I don't need a PS4. Plus, it'd make me play Destiny again because I can't carry my Xbox saves over to PS4.
If only you had a PS3, you could carry that one over.
I do have a PS3, but I didn't buy Destiny on it. Got to play with where my friends are, man. Like, it's bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I don't know. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about, or are we about done here?
I support my decision to play Star Wars, even though I feel very dirty.
I don't think it's that dirty. Like, I mean, it is. You're basically giving into the worst kind of the man. So
I am, but the story is really good.
I know.
It's
I love the.
Really good.
I want to support the writers, and I want to support the people who like spent so much time and energy building that world and writing. I just don't want to give my money to EA.
And all of the core actors are so good.
Yeah, I know, totally. Yeah, it's hard to find a game that is better voice acted than that.
Yeah.
And like even people hated the voice acting on the side missions and stuff. I thought it gave that game great character. Like I loved going around and like helping that asshole who like wanted to poison the water of the water farm or whatever it was, and or the other person who wanted to fix it, and like. I mean, it just gave the game so much more character and so much more feeling like you were actually helping people than, text of "go kill some rats for me."
And then skip.
Yeah, because I would listen to it all. Like, it's way harder for me to like skip the voice acted shit than it is to skip the text.
Right.
So, at least the first time.
Yeah, definitely just and now, yeah, if you buy Revan, you wouldn't have to worry about it at all if you didn't want to.
Right. Yeah. You get ridiculous extra experience if you do all the world stuff, or is the world stuff not 12x?
It is not. Only the class stuff is 12x.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So like, if you do some of it, then like you don't like outlevel everything instantaneously.
No, actually, if you do just the class stuff, you'll stay at a pretty good rate of experience gain.
Cool.
Well, I mean, I
I think
wouldn't want to go
maybe
back and kill the 30 spiders 8 times anyway, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean either. It's just like I wouldn't if I did decide to kill some spiders, I wouldn't want to like then also have grayed out all of the rest of my class quests forever. So it doesn't sound like you do, so that's good.
No.
It starts with red, and then by the time you get the 30th one, it's gray. That'd be pretty fun.
Gear gets a little challenging because you have to keep up with the gear. But if you get the adaptive modular armor, and then do just a little bit of PvP for the Warzone commendations, you can convert those to planetary ones and then just buy mods every 5 or 6 levels or so with your Warzone booty.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And if I was playing with somebody, I'm sure that helps too, because then your gear is less important.
Exactly.
Neat. Well, I am going to have to check that out.
Look at you. You've been sold an EA game again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's not the first, and it won't be the last. I mean, I'm already going to buy Dragon Age, so like, I wasn't like Lior and was like, I'm never playing an EA game again until Dragon Age comes out. Like,
She's made it pretty far. It's been like 2 years, right?
Yeah, her band started after the last Dragon Age and Mass Effect, and now
God, she hates Mass Effect so much.
It's basically
she hates that game.
Life cycle, so which is fair. I mean, like, BioWare is one of the best studios, so you can relax for that. That's fine if you don't care about your principles.
They're bendable. They're principles, like whatever.
All right. I guess I'll wrap it up there. Thanks for coming on, guys. It was fun to talk. I hope we weren't too rambly this week. And thanks everybody else for listening. You can find me online at thatangrydwarf.com or at thatangrydwarf on Twitter. Find Arolaide at Arolaides. Do you have an S? You don't have an S.
No, it's Lior that has the S.
At Arolaide on Twitter or at dragonsworn.net, and you can find Lior at Lior's or at Herding Cats. No, that's not her name.
Lior blog.
Lior blog. Liorblog.com. Her blog's name is Herding Cats. Corr, what about you? Can people find you, or do you not want to be found?
I'm too old and crotchety to get a Twitter. I've actually been really slacking on streaming, but I usually stream for the Cats thing for totally legit publishing. So maybe I'll be back on there, and you can watch me there if I do stuff.
Cool. And for all the rest of it, go check us out at liorblog.com/catcontextpodcast. That is where you can find all our stuff. We're also on iTunes and the YouTubes. So I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope you check out the other podcasts on our sweet, sweet podcast network that I am not going to butcher the name of. I'm just going to say that it is a podcast network.
The Game and Entertainment Network.
La la la. All right, guys. Thanks. That's the show. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Fantastic.
Bye.
I am stopping recording now.